Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Lawyer Plays The Long Dark with me, Ryan the Gaming Lawyer. If you will recall, last time we were at the old man's cabin, the old trapper. I officially learned that the game referred to him as old, so could I. And just to dispel any illusions, when I posted the last episode, I put up a Twitter announcement describing a synopsis as, "Watch me test an old man's relationship by eating his can of beans," or something to that effect, and some people thought that sounded dirty. But you all who watched, you know it was literally just I ate a can of pork and beans that was on the shelf. There's nothing untoward happening. If you don't believe me, go back to the last episode and look again. Anyways, so last we were here, we are in his cabin, and let me see. It's actually been a little. Here we go. It's been a little while since I played, so it's almost time to go to sleep. And I believe, what are we doing? I took a little bit of a pause between recording, so it's going to take me a second to get up to speed. But I also have come up with new plans. Okay, so we have a pretty sizable amount of water. I think we're going to water, and if I recall, we had some. Yeah, so I don't need to boil water. I did want to check my clothes, but wanted to look at the overall plan, because the overall plan is to go out of this area, go follow the track south to a dangerous area to fix the rifle. But to help refresh my memory, I did briefly look over the last episode to see what I was doing, and when we were in the camp office, I read a note on the table that mentioned that there were hunting supplies at the lookout. And I also complained a lot about how the wolves were not being scared off by torches and flares. So I think the plan now is this evening in the old trapper's house, after being attacked by the wolves, it mentioned that we had ripped clothing. So I'm going to look into clothing repairs. I can't remember if I have resources, but if we have resources, we're going to do some clothing repairs. Then we will lay out our sleeping mat and go to sleep. And tomorrow's in-game journey will be coming up north, coming up to here, following this over, finding a way up to the lookout here. When they mentioned hunting supplies, what I specifically would like to see is maybe a bow and arrow. I know it wouldn't be a rifle because this whole quest is about a rifle. So, but if there's a bow and arrow there, then that's something we can shoot at the wolves. Maybe we could even get some wolf hides and wolf meat. But I don't know if that'll be there, but it suddenly occurred to me it might be worthwhile. Originally, I think we were planning just in the morning to head out straight here. But I think tomorrow we're going to head to here with the plan, if we can, of doubling back to the camp office, spending the night, tomorrow night in the camp office, and then taking a straight shot south along those tracks the following morning. So that is the plan. Let's check out our clothing situation. Actually, they look okay. Some of them got beat up a little bit, but what's for? Okay, some of our stuff got really beat up bad. Let's check. What do we have in terms of cloth? Excuse me. We got 12 cloth, so that's good. Now, I'm just trying to refresh my memory. I can't see anything in here anymore. I don't know if we saved up cloth here in this building. So that might be an issue too. So let's get a quick look of what needs to be. We want the hands prepared for sure. We want to repair this. So let's go ahead and do it. We have enough cloth that the stuff that's really important, gotta remember to drink before we go to sleep for sure. Up to 95%. That is solid. 79, 68 we might think about. We definitely want to repair this. Sewing kit, yes. And our health, by the time we sleep, as long as we remember to drink before we go to sleep, our health should be back up to full by the time we get up in the morning, hopefully. Alright, so that's good. Let me see, anything else really close to the edge? The boots could probably use... Oops. Boots could use a little repair. Is air pretty low? Water's getting down. And we can't do any more repair, but we need to get more leather. I think we got leather set aside somewhere. But for now, we're fine on that. Socks. Okay, we got 2 pairs of socks. The 56% on the jacket is something that I feel like we could... Jacket is a pretty central piece of clothing. We probably want it to be more than 50%. 95, or we're up to... oh, I've been looking at the wrong percentages. I've been looking at the chance of success after it's done. 89. Let me see what the real conditions are now. So I've been looking at the wrong things. 75, that's good. Shoes, 79, that's good. Let's repair this. Shall we? Excuse me. Alright, and now I think we're gonna get ready to go to bed for the night. Let's have some water. And I'm pretty sure we are getting kind of hungry. That's another reason why it's a good idea to double back to the cabin, because, or to the camping office, because it does look like we are running short on supplies. We have the MRE, but, we don't have as much crap as we used to. Nuts and stuff. Alright, let's see. I'd like to top us off here if we could. Okay, I need to do a little throat clearing there. I just wanted to mute things for a second. Okay. Let's see. So we got our water, we got our food. We didn't lay out our sleeping mat yet, right? Oh, we did, right by the fire. How cozy. We're gonna go ahead. I think at this point, if we just go for 8, get a solid night's sleep. I'm guessing it should be light by morning. Do a little weight check too. But I think we want to carry this bedroll with us. Oh, is it Alright, sun's starting to come up. How much are we carrying? 48? Yeah, it's alright. I'm pretty sure everything we have on us is yeah, we carried a little bit of wood with us. Probably don't need all that fire starter. Maybe we'll drop some of that fire starter off at the office. The office lodge thingy before we head out of the zone, but we're definitely be picking up this. Let's have a little bit more water. And I'm guessing we're starving again. Okay, we're okay on the food. That's good enough. I think we're gonna see how warm or not warm it is outside. I didn't hear the howling winds at this point. Last night when we went to bed, it sounded like it got pretty nasty out here. Alright, this is 2 arrows down. Now I realize I've mentioned this a bunch of times. When I'm saying 2 arrows down, I'm pointing at I'm meaning the thermometer on the bottom of the screen. I realized I've made reference to that a number of times without specifically saying what I'm talking about. Those monitors at the bottom of the screen are your, in order, temperature, alertness or awakeness, thirst, and hunger. And the number of arrows going up or down, or if it's not doing anything, it's remaining unchanged. But those are saying how fast, what way it's changing and how fast. So everything is kind of going down. 1 is not bad. 2 is, you know, a little bit faster. But when you come out in the middle of a really bad storm, it'll be 3 arrows and they just look like they're having a little spaz trip. Meaning it's going down real fast. But the way... Oh, shit, dude! Already? Damn it. How'd I run? Son of a bitch. Okay. We're gonna have to find another way over this hill. And I should point something out right now, is that I'm using a new gamepad. Because I don't know if you guys remember, but I was having a lot of trouble with delays on some of my keys that I use for multifunctions. So I picked up, I've been using a Razer Tartarus and its predecessors for about 10 years now, and I can't game without it. It's so convenient, and it's probably the only reason I use it for work too. It's probably the only reason I don't have carpal tunnel from all the stuff I do on my computer. But especially, and I don't know if my old keypad's going out. It's always been kind of a problem, and I've been noticing it more and more. And with streaming in particular, the more that my computer is doing with applications and other processes, the more likely there is to be a delay. So, after, what was I playing? Oops, careful on this hill. Oh, we call this Broken Ankle Hill if we're not careful. I was streaming, not Dead Island. I always get these damn confused. Dying Light, which is like the spiritual, huge successor to Dead Island, in my opinion. That's why I always get them confused. Oh, we're getting a little bit chilly, aren't we? Alright, well, sun's coming up. Hopefully it'll warm up. But yeah, and I was having severe performance issues with that during a stream, and I got really fed up at one point because it was really screwing with my game. And so last weekend I ordered, it's a Logitech. It's a slightly cheaper, it's an older model, but it's got a lot more keys. I'm still not sure about it because it doesn't have here, I'll show it again. It doesn't have it's a little impromptu review, like you guys care. It doesn't have a dedicated spacebar key the way that my old one did, which has become a little bit awkward. I've been trying it out with a lot of games, but certain games, as long as I don't use too many buttons and I don't need to use that shift state so that I push a button and then I have it programmed so all the buttons pull double duty for different functions, that's where there would be lag, where I'd be trying to use one key for two different things by hitting a special, like a shift type button in the programming. And as long as I don't have to do that, the old controller works fine. There's no lag. But anytime there are enough keys, and in this case it was like, it was when I was trying to, I forget what I was trying to do, but it kept, oh, okay, here, over here, little shack. And there's rabbits too! Oh well, it's too far out of the way to check rabbit traps if I send them out here. What are they talking about? I lost my train of thought. But, oh yeah, as long as there's not too many keys, the other one works fine. So I've been playing, oh, what's this? I'm playing Dead by Daylight and, what is that, Fortnite, the Battle Royale? Ragged jeans.
That'd be good to drink.
Take the water. I don't need newspaper. Let's see. I think we can use an extra, for a pound, for 1 pound, maybe that's worth it. There. We had an extra pant slot. I think there might be better things to use with it. So,
Can't feel my hands.
a wolf over there. There might be a bear cave over there too, for God's sake. I didn't even think about that. Alright, we were gonna follow this up. And how are we doing? Oh, we're getting damn cold right now. Okay, I was gonna stop and pick up the cattails along the way here. Anyway, the prolonged story about the keypad is that my muscle memory is configured to the old configuration that I used with the Tartarus for so long. And so I'm probably going to be like fat fingering a lot of keys in the near future. So if it suddenly looks like I've forgotten how to use a keyboard,
Damn, I'm freezing.
this is not good. I did not expect to be getting this cold this fast. Alright, I'm getting a little concerned now. I thought this was going to be like a routine walk up in the hills. Alright. Are we going to have to stop and build a fire somewhere to warm up? I think we might actually have to. I don't know why I keep checking the map. Let's get up around these rocks, and if we don't look like we're in really close proximity to the there's a little cell tower or something up here. This could be a problem. I want to say we should be right near where this place is, where we want to be. I think it's on top of that hill up there. Hopefully there's a way for us to get up there, but I'm hoping we can get up there. Yeah, there I caught a glimpse of it. My goodness. Okay, this is... Oh my goodness. This is steep. This could be a very bad idea. And, yeah, we're not building the fire here, I can tell you that. This shortcut may have been... Oh, here we go. I see road up ahead. There's little, like, railings and stuff. Okay, good. I think we're okay. As long as we can get up there before we get hypothermia. It is a little, like, ranger station observation post that, it may not be super warm, but I think I think there's a little stove or something in there so we can start a fire and get warmed up. Maybe we can make some tea, coffee, and, okay, gonna keep... I know it's gonna tire us out, but that's why maybe it would be best if we have coffee with us. We'll make some coffee, because we're burning through energy here to get up this hill. And, I think we're gonna be okay. I think we're getting out of the cold in enough time. I hope this detour was worth it. We set a whole day out of our way to come up and check this place out, but... Alright, let's get in there. Alright, we're warming up already. So that's good. Let's check our status a little bit. Cold weather, find someplace warm before hypothermia develops. How are our clothes doing? Clothes are dry. Alright, that was a concern. There is a stove here. Ooh, there's food? Book. I keep wanting... Oh, this is good. Whetstone.
Could end up being useful.
Matches. I don't need any more accelerant, but we'll grab it. We're gonna be dropping some stuff off. We're gonna be grabbing stuff and moving it down to the, 54 pounds. And moving it down to the cabin. Or to the office. Well, we should grab it just for the leather, these shoes. So when we get down to the office, we'll dump some stuff off down there.
That'll come in handy.
Good, 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 good. I am not seeing bows and arrows, though. That was one of the things I was hoping we would find up here. A legible note. Sounds like half of my job. My job is to go over legal medical documents, and a lot of them are doctor's notices that are handwritten. You know the reputation about doctors' handwritings? Yeah. The text on this note is largely unreadable. If this message was meant for someone, hopefully they were able to decipher it. Fortunately, there are a handful of recognizable landmarks and a bold arrow pointing to a large X. Well, that doesn't help me very much, because I can't... Well, I'll take it, but... I don't know what I'm supposed to make of it. Bed, table... That was a little sewing kit. Those are always good to have. Those are worth collecting. Firewood is good too. Let's get the pork and beans. We're gonna have a lot of stuff to dump off at the cabin. Hopefully, or I keep calling it the cabin. It's like it's like the camping office, I guess is the official designation for it. Are we warm? we're gonna need to stay in here for a little while to warm up. What I'm thinking we do is start up a fire to accelerate that process, especially now that we have a lot of accelerant, so let's just use it. We'll just go straight for the cedar wood. Or actually, you know what? We had that reclaimed wood. Let's do that. That's the junk wood. As long as we're using accelerant, we might as well use the junk. Put the junk wood in there. Let's put a little more of our reclaimed wood. And we're gonna have some cooked beans. Or rusty pork and beans. Our hypothermia risk just went bye-bye. And I'm gonna go ahead and eat that. Where's the cooked one? Here it is.
Oh
no!
I feel like I'm gonna die.
You gotta be crapping me. Really? I guess canned pork and beans were too old. Do I have antibiotics? Yes, okay. Take it for the pork and beans food poisoning. Oh, we need 2. Okay. That's... I'm glad we have the antibiotic
That
pills.
didn't work.
What do you mean it didn't work? Pork and beans. Oh, what is the tea? Is it rosehip tea? Let's, do we have... Do we not bring any of our damn rose hips with us? I thought no, I always keep some. Okay. I need 24 rose hips. Oh, this is bad. I didn't realize I needed so many to make tea. Okay, this is not good. But we are... Okay, here what we're gonna do. I am going to make us some coffee. We're gonna warm up, we're gonna go out, we're gonna collect some rose hips on the way back. Hopefully we'll find some on the way back to the camping office. And let me see, that's medicinal, right? Was it considered food? The coffee, yeah, it's food. Warming up. There. Now we're nice and warm, and we have all sorts of things in our belly to help us stay toasty. We're gonna, we're not gonna stay for the end of that fire. We're just gonna, and there was no, I don't think I missed anything great up there. I'm gonna have to, I grabbed 2 cans of beans, right? I'm gonna have to recheck those. Oh, it is super cold out right now too, but I don't want to waste time. I don't want to screw around with this food poisoning. I don't think it can be lethal. I don't have a lot of experience with untreated food poisoning in this game. I assume it's just mostly a debuff, but you never, in this game you really never know, because it likes to be realistic, so it could be like, if I leave it untreated, maybe it turns into something worse. I don't know. I kind of like the fact that I don't know. That makes it a little more urgent and exciting. I know I could pause and look it up on a wiki, but... And there's probably people who've played this game that if they watch this episode, they're like, dumbass, blah, 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 blah is what happens. Don't you know? What are you, some kind of noob? I guess technically, yeah. Despite the many hours that I put into this game. Of course, they did keep... Most of the hours I put in were way early in its development cycle, so... I should get some slack for that, but yeah, anytime in my experience playing this game, anytime that I have gotten food poisoning, I've pretty much cured it almost immediately. Of course, now I feel like I'm constantly stumbling across rose hips under normal circumstances, but right now it's like I have not seen a single bush. We're actually getting kind of close to the camping office. I can't remember if there are any near the camping office. But we're gonna keep heading as planned in that direction. And see if we come across any. Because I don't specifically know where any might be growing. I know they're around, I just don't remember exactly where they are. So as far as I'm concerned, one place is as good as another. In this game, I usually end up accumulating so many that I never use that I almost, like you've seen it when I've been doing earlier episodes, I almost don't pay attention when I see them, because I'm like, I already got a mountain of those things, and I got like, oh shit, it's a wolf. Is that 2 wolves? Or is that a wolf and some other creature? No, it's 2 wolves. And there's 3 wolves. Okay, well, guess we're not going to the camping office. Let me see. Plan C. We're gonna go back to the old trapper's cabin. I can't remember if I had rose hips that I dropped over there. But given that it's almost halfway through the day, I don't want to start the trip down the tracks through the tunnel at the south end of the map. And I also, before I embark in a new area, I would like to have somehow resolved this food poisoning thing so that I am not dealing with that anymore. Now hold on a sec. Let's get, can I at least get this to flare out? I want to hold this because it does. Last episode when we ran into the wolf when we were coming back to the old man's cabin, the flare did make a difference. It just didn't entirely prevent the wolf from attacking us. You know, downside. But it definitely did help a bit. And I don't know whether I should expect a wolf to be chilling right over here. Last time we hooked a right at the cabin and followed a valley when the wolf was coming after us. But this time I think we're going to go straight through and hit that hill on the other side of these ruins here. As long as we don't get somehow boxed in by a wolf. Oh, look. Cedar firewood. I was hoping to drop off any excess wood at the camp office because this little cabin out, the trapper's cabin, has one of those magic lever or everlasting fires. So it's not as critical to have a supply of wood there. But his health is looking awfully precarious. That's an interesting thing about the story mode and their magic never-ending fireplaces. Is if one of the characters ends up dying, does that mean their magic fireplace dies with them, or is it just part of their house? I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna die, but it does raise, in my mind, a curious question. So, well, and I still got my food poisoning. I have not seen any rose hips. I don't believe I collected any rose hips either. At the hunter's cabin. I'm just gonna look over the edge here. I know I ran into a wolf down there too earlier.
I could close my eyes.
Am I doing badly? What's about close? He's just pissed. Oh, he's sleepy. When he said I just want to close my eyes, I thought he was complaining about hypothermia or something, like people say when the end stage of hypothermia, you just feel like really warm and want to go to sleep. Okay, here, wolf over there. So we're not going over there. We're gonna go down here where the deer is. And I see bunnies running around too. I wonder if there's gonna be bunnies back near his cabin now. Where I set that trap up it's like prime bunny hunting in, oh wow. My guy's really sleepy. So there's rabbits here, but yeah, there are no rabbits out by the hunter's cabin, the trapper's cabin. Oh, we're tired and we're weighed down. It's got to be the food poisoning that's making it so hard on us. Why is it running? Okay, I think it's just running. When it's running a direction other than what makes sense to be away from me, it makes me worry it's running away from something else. But you know what? I am noticing that it is... Oh, I'm really cold. We're at about 30 minutes. So I'm going to cut this off for now. And we are going to continue in the next episode. See if we can... I can't remember if there's any rose hips, but we'll find out if we have any natural remedies for our food poisoning. And in any event, I guess rest up at Trapper's house, and then we'll hopefully get ourselves back in shape and head down those tracks, as was our original plan before this episode started. So, I'd like to thank everybody for joining me once again in another episode of A Lawyer Plays the Long Dark Story Mode. With me, Ryan the Gaming Lawyer. And until next time, I hope everybody is doing well, and take care. Bye-bye.